It's been 2 weeks. Let's dig in. I want to talk to you guys about the workouts, about nutrition, how I'm handling it, what I learned, and how I'm applying it. Let's go. 2 weeks. All right, the very first thing that I realized that in any workout program, well, the first week, well, it's kind of like a practice week. It's the week that you collect as much data as you possibly can so you can apply it in weeks 2 and going forward. So let's talk workouts and nutrition and what happened in the first 2 weeks, what I changed, what I noticed, what I learned, and what I'm applying now that I'm there. Week 1, what did I learn about this program? Sure, I already knew about sets and reps and timing, and I was able to look at the workouts and figure out what I needed to be able to do, and I was able to prep. But I didn't actually live the workout and experience the workout, so then I could make some decisions about what was really good for me. So starting out in week 1, I prepped myself the best that I could, even though we knew that things would change as soon as Mike Tyson punched me in the face, because that's what he says. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face. Yep, I got punched in the face first week of training because there were different rep counts, there were different set counts. There were, was I choosing the right weight as far as too much weight, too little weight, enough weight? What was the timing like? What really was I doing to be able to exhaust the muscle but not exhaust it too much so that I can continue to lift through each exercise that Shaun gave me? It was a process. But I think the number one piece that I can take away from that is that I knew that this would be practice week. So I wasn't having game face on and I wasn't overwhelmed to be stressed over game week. It was a practice week so that I could then begin to apply into weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'll tell you this, if you feel that you need to be able to repeat week 1 just to be able to get your momentum, your flow, then do it. The other data I collected, there's tons of volume in this workout, which means sets, reps, and total weight that you lift. Combine all that together in an equation, gives you total volume. There's plenty of it inside this workout to get you success, whether you're burning fat or putting on muscle. The volume is there. I also noticed that he was taking some of the exercises that he would do in the gym and trying to adapt them more to an in-home environment. I get it, but with my knowledge, I'll be able to substitute some of those moves out with gym equipment to better suit my goals. It's not that it's good or bad, it just is a different exercise that I think I want to be able to do in that situation. Listen, he's Shaun. Right? He's Shaun, and he's going to do Shaun moves. I get it. Trust the system. Don't be that person that goes off on their own and be like, no, I want to substitute every move out. I'm not doing that. There's just a couple things we'll talk about. What I applied in week 2, but I did notice that I could substitute some moves out that would work best for me. Finally, the cardio, that was a data collection within itself. Shaun, well, it's Shaun's cardio. It's not gym cardio. It's not athletic cardio. It's not high intensity cardio. All things that it shouldn't be, right? There shouldn't be high intense cardio during a strength building program or a physique program, because that's what this is. It says physique program. It is, or strength and physique. Let's say that it's kind of a combo program at this stage. And the cardio is meant for you just to be able to get cardio in and not to be able to create any stress to the central nervous system or to the body that's unneeded so that you can lift as much as you possibly can during lifting days. Nutrition, I collected a whole bunch of data too. I came in with a plan. I'm like 1.4 grams per protein per body pound. I was going to be at 50% protein, 30% carbohydrates, 20% fat. I had the plan, right? And I had not executed on this plan, but I had to. And that was another piece of experience. Was it good? Was it bad? Where was I at? How was I going to feel with the amount of food that I was eating? Where was I going to get my protein sources from? Because this was going to be a higher type of protein diet for me. It was actually going to also be a surplus. I was going to eat more calories than what I was normally eating so that I could feed the muscles so that I could gain some size. So I wanted to be able to do that. I started to learn how I felt. Do foods bloat me? When should I eat? When shouldn't I eat? What should I do? Like, it was all a feeling for me. Like, eating before I work out, eating after I work out, and then what should I eat afterward, and what felt good, and then what fueled me that made me feel good for the next day. It was data. It wasn't about, oh my gosh, I'm failing at this particular nutrition plan, but rather, I need to put it in play in order to be able to make any type of flexible decisions or any type of alterations to it. And I did. And I think that all of you that are doing your plan, There are some standards that you need to go by, but then there are also some flexibility that you have to build in to be able to then hit your own goals about how you feel and the way that you ultimately want to look. So keep that in mind on your nutrition plan. Just because a calculation where someone tells you this is exactly what you need to eat, you may have to flex it just a little bit, but still stay in the guidelines so that you can get the results that you want. Let's not look for doubt. Let's look for the reason why nutrition and or the workouts are working for us. So it was a big deal as far as collecting data as far as nutrition goes, because I also will say this: one workout in a day at 60 minutes, and then you've got a whole nother 23 hours in your day, which tells you you've got to manage food between your sleep and any other time that you're awake, because you've got all kinds of reasons, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, and just wanting food that's going to be in front of you constantly. It's a battle. It's just not like 60 minutes of a workout. So nutrition is definitely going to be the hurdle of all hurdles or struggles inside of this training program for sure. Week 2, after taking all that data that I knew in week 1, let's talk workouts. What did I apply? First thing that I had to do with my workouts is come to grips with this was a physique and a strength workout. So he combined them both. He, being Shaun, combined both of those together, and that there are some exercises that are more geared towards physique than they are towards strength. So with my knowledge, I know that I can pull some of those exercises out and substitute some of those exercises out that better fit me. In all fairness to Shaun, I understand the in-home fitness world versus the gym world. Both are good. There's not a bad exercise, right? The only bad exercise is the exercise that you don't do. But when I was building my own in-home fitness programs, I was asked this particular question: do you want to make the best possible program that fits one person, that absolutely is bulletproof? Or do you want to make a program that helps a lot of people that in some areas could be done better or done differently? And I had to sit and think on that for a moment. And then I started to realize about the amount of people that I wanted to be able to help. And truthfully, it was more people than just one people. And I had to have a give and take. I understand what he did with exercises that are fun and that keep people coming back because they're dynamic, against some exercises that are purely strength-based and science-based that would end up getting you even more results. Doesn't matter here or there. You're showing up. We're not going for a competition. This is not an end-all be-all. And in 12 weeks, we're going to choose a different phase in our lives anyways. So it's not as though substituting something minor out is a big problem, or the way that he programmed it is a problem either. He did a great job. Let me just say that first and foremost. I definitely don't want to make this into he could have done better. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want to take some of those physique moves out and I want to put in some strength moves. What would those be? He likes the J row, which I think is fabulous row. However, I'd rather do pull-ups, wide pull-ups or chin-ups, whatever the base is. I'd rather do that just to build a bigger back. Not right, not wrong. I'm just substituting out there. There were a few squat patterns that I thought were fun as opposed to more strength-based, which I think I can substitute out or make one small little tweak to that are going to be pretty incredible. And then the abs. I've been saying this before. He does them on the bench, and I truly believe that's that's an in-home fitness program deal that he's like, hey, let's show that we can do abs on a bench and that you don't have to go to the floor, and it'll be great. We don't have to move benches around. We don't have to get to the floor. We can do them on the bench rather than on the floor. So any of you guys watching, do them on the floor if you don't want to do them instead of the bench. It's no big deal. It's just that I think that, unfortunately, it's what the in-home fitness world is. Abs on a bench. The last thing I changed was the cardio. I ride with people on my spin bike 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I do a steady state, a low impact steady state ride for 30 minutes. I don't take a class. I don't try and sweat. I don't do anything other than try and flush my legs out for 30 minutes. And I do that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then over in the weekend, I do whatever cardio that I want to be able to do. Do I think that that's too much? No, I don't. Not for me in the condition that I'm in. I don't think having 2 separate workouts at 2 separate times at a low level like that is a big deal. For those of you who want to know about the cardio, it's Shaun. If you've done his programs before in the past, it's like a combination of Transform 20 hip hop abs. It's fun, right? Like, he wants you to have fun, which tells me this. He played to the database of customers that are already existing that love ShaunT. If you like a different type of cardio, we'll choose it. The only thing that I would advise you on is be careful on the intensity of that cardio. You don't want something that is super intense that's going to add more stress not only to the body, the muscle, but also to the central nervous system, because basically he's giving you almost 2 days off with the fact that it is a low impact steady state. He's just asking you to move, flush the muscles out, and get going. So if you want to do a different cardio, I think that that's totally fine. I'm suggesting spin bike, walking, Stairmaster, something that'll keep your heart rate at 135 beats and no more. That's probably what's best for you, but I will be doing 3 days of spin bike, and then I will be doing a fourth. Let's just be honest, I'm going to be lifting with intensity throughout the week, and the weekend will be a great break for me and an opportunity to recover. And then what did I learn in that first week that I was applying in week 2 with my nutrition? Are you ready? Sit back, because I said already I had a plan going in, and well, that completely changed. I was going to eat in surplus, and then I realized what I was eating was too much. And then I realized I don't know if I can eat 3 meals, 2 snacks a day. So I had to figure out how I was going to combat all of that at once. So what did I do? I figured out my maintenance calories, and that's where I'm going to remain. Maintenance calories, and any days that I feel that I need to eat more, it's going to be a more protein-based add-on. That way I'll be able to get in at whatever protein that I'm able to need. I will still stay on 50% protein, 30% carbohydrates, 20% fat. That's going to stay. I'm also going to eat many times a day. So I'll be up in that 6 to 8 meals a day, small meals, so that I can continuously eat. My body just doesn't do well with 3 and 2. It doesn't. 3 meals, 2 snacks. My body likes to eat a little bit all the time, feeling fueled, feeling good, and I move throughout the day. If I do it any other way, I feel bloated, lethargic, and I feel like I'm forcing food. And you know what? I'm in pretty decent shape, and I don't want to force food under any meal plan, so that's not happening. What I also learned is that food is really crucial to how I lift and how I feel. I've got to eat prior to my workouts. And I know that a lot of you guys are like, oh, I get up at 6 or 5 or 4. God bless you guys. I don't. I am working out between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Somewhere between that time, I'm able to work out. And I know that if I have a higher base carbohydrate with a protein 30 minutes before I go into a gym, I feel pretty good. And then when I get out of the gym, I flip that. I go more protein, less carbohydrates, and I feel even better. So that type of situation, just that bookending my workouts, has significantally changed my energy during lifts and for the rest of the day, not to mention going into the next day. The next thing that I would say that I'm also going to apply is a good, strong dinner. I think that eating after dinner and those extra calories after dinner is not a very good choice, and it affects all kinds of things for me in the way that I feel, the way that I sleep, hormones, all kinds of things. I just did not feel as well and do as well when I added calories after dinner. I do know that when I eat very well throughout the day, I don't require those calories after dinner. For those of you who are experiencing a need for calories after dinner, you might want to take a look at how you're eating up and until dinner. You might not be getting enough dense nutrition. My biggest advice for you, take a quick look and see where you're getting your protein sources from. If you're getting them from protein powders, that might be one of the areas that you can do better on, and you can end up getting it from more whole foods. More whole foods, I guarantee that you're going to feel more satiated. So I did apply that going into week 2, and I felt phenomenal. I will tell you, all of those little adjustments that I made, it made week 2 a progression to week 1. So I didn't feel bad as if I failed at week 1 because I had the plan, but rather I was able to build and tweak and go forward from there. I wasn't looking for anything to go wrong or why the system wasn't working or why my plan that I selected was a bad plan. I was more looking why it was working and then what I needed to do to continue to make it work even better. So again, let's not doubt the plan. Let's trust the systems. But sometimes, we're all individuals and we need to be able to tweak it. As I look at the first 2 weeks, I don't look at it as a failure. I look at it as a practice week and then an applied week. So if you're in this position where you're starting a fitness program, maybe look at week 1 as that practice week and move forward. My feedback on the program as far as 2 weeks, what do I have to say? It's early, so I don't have anything much to say other than it's a lifting program. It's a physique-based program. Shaun's taking what he learned to be able to get the physique that he wanted, and he's putting it into a lifting program that's more based in-home than it is at the gym, but it certainly works at the gym. I have not done one single workout at home yet. I will say training's all about phases, right? And this phase is about strength and physique. I'm not really into my physique, but it is a strength physique phase for me. So I'm accepting what goes along with that phase, which means a little bit less mobility, less athletic movement exercises and patterns, and more strength, more bodybuilding, more physique. Just things I'm not used to doing. I'm used to a more athletic style with weightlifting combined, and I'm starting to miss that a little bit. But I'm in week 2, so it doesn't really matter that much, and I'm not here to complain. I understand the phase that I'm in and everything that's going to go along with it, and I also understand that I need to be able to be in this phase to get the benefit, to then apply it to the next phase that I'm going to go into, because this isn't a start and stop. But it's lifting weights. Let's not make a mistake. It is non-stop grip and rip and lift. That's what this is. If that's the style of program you like, then this probably will be something that would be good for you. And if you want to ask me other questions about it, how I'm handling things, what I'm doing, how you can maybe make an adjustment here or there for yourself, let me know down below. I'd be happy to help you out, or at least point you in the right direction of what I think maybe possibly could help. And remember, when I start talking about where I'm at, it's what I'm doing. It's not maybe what you should be doing. You need to do what's best for you. And I always say this throughout this program. You're either building muscle or you're burning fat. You're not doing both at the same time. So pick one. Go for it and enjoy the ride. So I am in week 2, phase 1. There are 3 total phases, each phase being 4 weeks. I will move on to phase 2 and phase 3. And I will go on and I will report in as far as my gains and the struggles and everything that I'm experiencing and anything that I learned, so that I can help you guys with where you're at. My first focus will always be on you and your goals and where you're at. So please ask away, like, subscribe, let me know how I can help, get the word out, pass the thing around. And if you know anybody that needs help with their lifting, send them my way. Maybe I can help and point them in the right direction as well. This wraps up my first 2 weeks of Dig Deeper. I will post a weekly vlog on exactly what it is I'm going through and everything that I'm experiencing. So hopefully that helps you guys on your journey, and it leads to some questions and dialogue that you and I can have back and forth that will help you with your goals. So like, subscribe, do the deal, do anything you can. I appreciate you guys helping out the channel and helping me out. And if there's something you want me to cover, then let me know down below, and I'd be happy to throw that into one of my videos and cover it just for you.